Hey guys, Gav from Ollie Dreb Garage again. Just a quick little video. We had the MJCQ, which is the Military Jeep Club of Queensland swap meet last weekend at Caboolture, north of Brisbane in Queensland, Australia. And I'll put some video and photos of all the different vehicles that were at that event. We had GMC trucks, we had Jeeps, we had Land Rover 110s, we had Dodges, we had the tank there, we had all sorts of different stuff, Dodge Command cars, and GPA amphibious vehicles. So there was a lot of gear that turned up. The guys later on the Saturday went for a cruise up and through the mountains, and they enjoyed that. We didn't go because obviously we're still doing our vehicles. We're still a long way from getting our vehicles there. Hopefully we'll get one of the Jeeps up and running soon, and when we have the swap meet again, we'll be able to take our little Jeep and we'll be able to go for a cruise on them too. But I picked up some bits and bobs whilst I was there. One of these is the air cleaner for my Dodge, which I obviously got to get the rest of it for. One of the things that I didn't have, which I'm still collecting, still getting bits and pieces of, and picked up another air cleaner, this one here, which I believe is the Flathead. I think this one's for the Flathead V8, I believe. My Flathead V8 that I've got, one of the ones that I've got, I'm going to put into a truck. Still haven't made up my mind if I'm going to try and do it as an original looking 1940s or 1940 Ford pickup truck. I like the American style, which is the pointed nose, which is different to the Australian ones. Ours are more like a curved nose, and they look more like a sort of commercial truck as opposed to a privately owned truck, if that makes any sense. But then if I can't get that done, I'll probably just turn it into a bit of a hot rod type of truck. So still in two minds about that. We've got to get all these vehicles done before we even hook into to getting that done. But picked up some goodies. I did my shop here with Mill Spares, Nigel Ward. As you can see, that's my list of bits and bobs that I had. The grand total was just over $840. Necessary evil, because a lot of the stuff that I did have turns out to be, where did I put it? I did put it somewhere, didn't I? It turns out that it's not very good condition. So I mean, if you probably can't really see it. You see how the gears on the faces of the gears, they're just worn out. So all the mating surfaces, as you can see, they're just not good. This one too, you can see on the teeth, they're a bit worn out. So it was a lot of having to purchase things like that. The case that I have, if you can see the teeth are a bit worn. Not the teeth, but the little groove. You probably see it better on that one. You can see it's worn. So I can't use that cover unless we can try and, I don't know, weld it and cut it, try and make it fit. So we'll see how we go with that. And the transfer case that I had, and you can't really see, but the mating surface for the thrust washers, it's all chewed up. So it can be fixed, it can be done. Nigel was telling me that they can do a tapered bearing into it and they clean the face up, but it's extra added cost. And I've got another one here. That one's a Ford one. I will get it done. I probably won't get it done first. I've got another one here, which I think is a Willis transfer case. And I thought I had a third one floating around somewhere that was a Ford. So I'll get that one cleaned up and we'll have a crack. and it turns out that a lot of the other bits and bobs, like the clutch cover, what do you call it, the thrust bearing assembly, I was looking at that and I couldn't figure out why. I thought, does it go this way, does it go that way, I've got it upside down, like how does it fit? And it wasn't fitting. And Nigel had a look at all the parts when I took them up, and he said, well, that's the T90. So I do have CJ parts out there. I haven't looked at them for a long time. They're probably rusty and crusty and maybe even long gone by now. But we'll have a look. We'll see that there's obviously a bunch of parts that are from civilian Jeeps that I can't use. So I mean, that's a part that I'm going to have to get for the gearbox, because I don't have it. But to give you an idea, just things like this, you can see. I think he said this one was worn or something. Or this one's a T90, I think he said. So just little things like that. So we've had to, like you can see on here, you can just see, if I can, let's bring that torch around, and you can see, a bit too bright. Oh, that's a bit better. So you can see that surface where the bearings should be going is it's chewed up, and so yeah, they're not cheap parts. Okay, I'm sure you guys are aware of that. So we had to buy them. We had to get stuck into them. So yeah, a lot of new bits and pieces. So yeah, we've got new shafts, new bearings, we've got gaskets, things like that. So that's our bag of goodies. And we'll hook in very soon, and we'll get the gearbox done. Now, I've got some bits here for the transfer case that I've got to basically have a look at and see how well they are. So things like that. These are all the little bits and pieces that I collected, cleaned up. I did have, so that's another one that's got to get cleaned up. It's a little bit crusty, a little bit rusty. Check out the surfaces on it. Still got the bushing on the inside. So yeah, that's the sort of the goal for this weekend, is to have a look and see what bits we can use, get them together, and I'll probably do a video call with Bossman in the States and see if we can put them all together. The other stuff I picked up was these splash guards. Okay, so this is, which I thought was for my Dodge, which is a WC51. I'm not sure this is the one. So if any of you guys know what this one is for, and this one, if they're for a WC51, let me know. If they're not, tell me what they're for, and I'll put them up for sale. So yeah, anyway guys, I'll throw up the pictures and the video that we took of the swap meet last weekend, and come this weekend, hopefully the goal is we've got the valves out of the Dodge motor, the 2-on-4. I've just got to get the the camshaft out. It's stuck in there. It won't turn, it won't come out. so we're probably going to have to muck around with that. I'm hoping to get that out so we can clean the block, wash it, soak it, get it as clean as possible, wire wheel it, hook into it, so we can get that ready to send away for machining work, checking for cracks and things like that. So we can get all the bits checked. So we get the pistons, camshaft, the crankshaft, the conrods. We've got to get the head cleaned up, so we'll get all that done. And the Jeep block that we've got for the first Jeep, which I believe is a Willis block, because I think the Ford block is got the cracks in it. I'm not sure, have a look, but that's still got its cam and valves in it as well. So I want to get those out and get that one cleaned up as well. So this weekend's going to be a little bit of sort of cleaning of stuff if we can. And yeah, we'll go from there. I've got to go through all my parts. I've still got a lot of parts here that are starting to get affected by the weather. Okay, so my pump, I've still got to get a pump rebuild kit. If you can see, the shaft is actually starting to go rusty. Okay, which is not good. Okay, so there's a lot of sort of things I've got to start chasing up, cleaning up, fixing up, and hooking into, and yeah, and we'll go from there. But anyway, guys, I'll throw up those pictures and videos, and we'll try and do another video on the weekend, and see how we go. So thumbs up, thanks for watching, chat to you later.